is Nora Sun. I was born in Shanghai, so I'm a local Shanghainese. I wanted to take you a little bit back, not very far back, only 100 years or so, to a little tiny museum that is really interesting to me because it shows what life was like, and it's really cute. This is around the Qing dynasty where the food stalls and people travel on wheelbarrows, and it's just a little scenery of what China was like. This is where you could see old men are hovering over their cricket cages, and they've got crickets in there, and they have the crickets fighting. They bet on the crickets to see who wins. I like this area the best because everything is in miniature. And what's so wonderful is they use all actual names of stores and shops and people that was in existence back in the 1920s or 30s or whenever that was. Oh, here is the Chinese Opera Theater. And on the name, on the marquee, are all very famous Chinese opera singers. This is the inside, and everybody's sitting there chatting away, talking to their friends while the poor singers are performing on stage. I'm not sure that they were ever told to be quiet, to listen, because that's not their customs. So it is very different than going to a symphony or an opera. Another interesting feature of this museum is they have taken the trouble to build miniature houses of all the famous people that lived in Shanghai. This one is my grandfather's house. He spent the last 10 years of his life in this house writing the reconstruction of China and so many things that they've built. He had mapped out and planned in this house. I highly recommend this museum if you're interested in history at all, because it gives wonderful pictorial history of what Shanghai was like in the last 100 years. This next place I'm bringing you is a very interesting part of town where only very local people lived here. And in Shanghai, they have all these little narrow lanes called Longtang. And this one started about 10 years ago, and now it's broadened from one little lane to about 3 or 4. And every time I come, I get lost. So here we are into these little lanes that I was talking about, and this is why it's so interesting, because the alleyways are so narrow and people used to live in these houses and they can look into each other's rooms, and that's why the whole neighborhood always knew what was happening to each other. Couldn't hide a thing. And of course I don't know where I'm leading you, because these lanes all intertwine and it goes like in a maze. Oh, I don't think we can go there. I think we have to go through this way, because this little alley is where it's much more gentrified, but when I first started 10 years ago, it was very dilapidated, unfinished, and not that clean. And it just keeps going and going, and I get lost again. I don't know where I am, but there are lots of little galleries, lots of little tchotchke shops. Oh, look, Obama. This next place I want to show you is a gallery by a photographer named Dicker. And he's been taking photographs as a passion all his life. He's into Art Deco. But not only Art Deco, he has all parts of China. Right now he's filming somewhere outside of Shanghai. This is interesting. This is Shanghai before all the tall buildings in Pudong. This is probably 93, 94, when they're first building the Oriental Pearl Tower. And the rest of the gallery is showing all these tall buildings at different stages, different angles. This apparently is his latest exhibit. It's interesting. Here are all different stages of Shanghai in its recent development. I think it's very exciting because definitely Shanghai is dynamic. Shanghai is changing all the time. It's not static. Here, you don't know what you're going to see. The other nice thing about Dicker's gallery is attached to it is this little tiny delightful tea room, and there's some wonderful tea and books to flip through, and you can enjoy and relax.
This city is totally different between another city in China.
I love it. It's delicious.
Hello everyone, my name is Xue Hui. Let me introduce you to the beautiful city, Shanghai. This place called Xintiandi is very downtown area of Shanghai. So you can show a lot of Chinese elements in the buildings and beautiful places. And I will show you some fabulous restaurant. It's my favorite. Let's go.
Hello, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
My name is Jeremy.
Leo, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too. Can I help you with the menu?
Sure. Please have a seat. I was quite interested with this set menu because a lot of things are really new. I don't know what is inside, what kind of concept they have.
We wanted to upgrade Chinese cuisine in a way that is not only interesting just from the perspective of your palate, it should also be impressive visually, which is why I say this concept has combines the best of East and West elements. So, our food is here. This is interesting piece. It's foie gras terrine, and to make it more interesting, we actually serve them with bubble candy, which we all used to eat as a kid all over this region.
Bump in my mouth. Oh, that's exciting. What is this?
This is a cold smoked peanut chicken, which is a dish that derives from a very traditional Sichuan recipe.
Yes.
Let me show you. Okay. That the cold smoke process.
Whoa.
So you have to taste it and you could smell.
Brilliant.
Very delicate scent of light smokiness, but not overpowering.
This first dish is a combination with the smells and some
Food
nerves.
is about 5 senses.
Yeah.
We made this a little bit more interesting by having some mandarin fish slice. It took us 8 hours to cook it into this consistency and taste.
8 hours work. I mean, amazing. It's such a nice food, and you have to come to this restaurant and enjoy yourself. Really, it's really remarkable.
We are now in the Shanghai Shilupuf area. Last time I come here is actually 20 years ago. Because I don't need it anymore because we have 7 tunnels and 5 bridges. I just drive on the other side of the river. But now it's so exciting, I come here again. I show you something. The river is 68 miles long, and actually 1/3 of the international trade comes into this river, and almost all the drinking water comes from this river. So this is very important for Shanghai. Actually, this is Pudong side, another side of the river. It's like building everywhere, and the highest building in Shanghai, 110 floors. You know, it's amazing here. You know. It's like the bond is there, you know, the old building, and this is the best combination. I love this city. Okay, this is the place called Bond. You know, this is very unique for the cities. You see, all the tourists come from all over China to visit this place because this city is totally different between another city in China. They just like to see. You see the buildings there. It's over 100 years already. You know, and why the place is so important for me because my grandfather actually take care of this area. He's a police officer. Now I will bring you to some interesting bar in the Bond area. This bar called Barouche 18, which is very famous in town.
Okay, hey, Mr. Sheikh, come on in. Let me teach you how to make Barouche cocktail. You take vodka, rum on here, fresh lemon juice, a raspberry puree. Cover it. I'm gonna teach you how to shake it. You wanna do it?
Sure.
More high. And a big smile.
Hey guys,
Hey, where were you?
I made it. You know, it's my cocktail.
How you doing?
Cheers. Cheers. It's beautiful here. Huh? Yeah, it's fabulous.
Hello, this is Pearl Lam. I'm going to show you 3 favorite places in Shanghai.